So guys, he's been quarantined with an African household. What? What has happened? How are you? Are you okay? Have you survived?
I'm great. Yeah.
What's going on? Spill the tea. Be careful, my mom's watching this. Oh! This is the universe telling you to watch yourself. What is it like living in quarantine in Zambia? Because basically this household is Zambia.
It's great. Yeah. The only thing really that's changed is my extremities have got colder.
Oh.
Recently it's been 25, 26 degrees back to back, and Naomi still has been having a hot water bottle.
It's as if he forgot his vows where he said he would always get me a hot water bottle, even in summer. But a consequence of that is I play with water bottles, Jack plays with water bottles, and now we've basically stunned the nerve fibers in our feet. So
it's the only explanation.
Yeah, we cannot tell when it's really cold because we're so used to extreme heat that now in summer our feet just don't know that it's warm and they're always cold.
Poor circulation.
Yeah, got poor circulation. Got my socks on.
So we recently got asked to participate in a documentary covering the pandemic and various different angles and aspects of it. So we've just finished filming some clips for that, and it got us thinking about what's changed with quarantine, how we've dealt with it, and we just thought it would be fun and interesting to share some experiences with you guys.
So as I say, guys, every time we meet friends and family, they're like, oh my god, Naomi, I just pray for you, because the minute I heard about quarantine I was like, what will they do? It is honestly that dramatic. And well, thank you so much for all your prayers, because it's been working.
It has.
We have glowed through this. We have glowed, and I'm so grateful, because I know this is not the same for everyone, but we've just become so much closer, and we keep saying it.
It could have gone one or two ways, couldn't it?
Right, so what is the first thing you've learned about me during this quarantine period?
I think I've learned better about how you deal with problems and stresses. Sorry, I was burping.
What have you learned? Tell the people them.
If you're feeling a bit overwhelmed by work or feeling like, I don't know, under the weather for some reason, my gut reaction in the past would have probably been to comfort you, say, oh, everything's okay, you know, it'll work out, blah, 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 blah. But you're a tough girl. And you like tough loving, don't you? But
remember, tough loving. There's love with the toughness. You're still quite kind to me.
Yeah, but I've learned that when you're faced with some kind of issue or feeling down, often you don't need to be comforted in that way. You need to be sort of supported in changing your mindset, changing your actions and your atmosphere in order to actually change the problem. Yeah. Would you say that's fair?
I think that's very fair. And I think one thing that you've got really good at is every single time recently I've been upset, you understand that it's because my energy level is low, or I'm focusing on the wrong things, and so therefore I'm gonna keep amplifying these negative feelings. So the way you try to shift my mindset, because that's all you can do in situations when you're feeling negative, is you have to concentrate and focus on something else. You ask me, okay, Naomi, what are you grateful for? Did you do your gratitude this morning? Tell me things you are actually grateful for. And I'll be like, I don't wanna. And you'd be like, no, you have to tell me. And you telling me changes my outlook. And I'm so grateful that you've been able to help me along this journey. As I say, this journey started once I started reading The Magic in Practice, and continuously living with a heart full of gratitude has changed my life. And that's not to say I don't have bad days. I do. I have so many bad days, but I don't see them as the end all and be all. I see them as a point at which I need to turn. So they illuminate to me that something has to change within my body, within my behavior. So for example, I started feeling really low that yesterday I was really bloated and feeling really fat. Listen, right? Some people are just happy being a certain way, either bigger than I am or littler than I am, but there's actually something within us that tells us where our body should fit within that. And I realized that when I feel low about my body weight, it's because it's not in alignment with how I see myself. I am not meant to be that skinny, whatever it may be, or I'm not meant to be that big, whatever it may be. And it's just personal to me, and that negative feeling helps me to realize that you're not doing something that you're meant to. You're not eating the right food that you normally would eat and would make you have energy and feel good. You're not exercising. You're not doing the things that make you happy. And so when I have a negative feeling, I realize that it's teaching me that I need to change something within myself, because I do well and then I slip. I do well and then I slip. Close to abs.
Abs destroyed.
Abs destroyed. I will get you. I will find you and I will claim you. They're coming. But anyway, so gratitude has been a major thing for me.
From your perspective then, what's changed, or what have you learned about me?
I ain't learned a thing. I knew it all. You're just really kind. You know? Always thinking about me.
How about one thing that has annoyed you about me from quarantine or throughout quarantine?
The thing is, right, me and you are quite different.
Yes.
In our approach to work. For me, everything is kind of like, I'm kind of anxiety driven and a bit stressy.
You work under pressure.
I work very well under pressure and
you like to be in a pressurised environment and feel the pressure.
Not really. I just feel like there's always more that can be done. Whereas you set up 9 till 5, I'm gonna do work, and then you close your books and that's it. And I'm like, how do you have time to be watching TV? What? So, and I just feel like there's always more that can be done. But I realise that this is my issue and not his issue, especially with us starting our own business. I have had to learn to adapt to the way that you do work, because I'm learning that the universe works at our pace.
But are you adapting?
I don't know if I'm learning, because I still, as I say this, I'm like, I don't know if this is real.
But are you adapting your expectations of me, or are you adapting the way that you work? Or both?
I'm adapting my expectations of you.
In terms of the input rather than the output, though, presumably.
Yeah, I just assume that you'll get the work done. I mean, I wish I could be as chilled as you are and still get everything I need to get done. But I'm not. And so I guess the only annoying thing is, like, I'll be out here working super hard on something and he's watching TV, and I'll be like scratching my head. I'm like, are we both working on the same thing together? Like, what? But that does not negate that he works really well and really hard. He's just more efficient than I am. What about you?
What, the most annoying thing about you?
Oh god, there's so many. The dancing, the singing.
No. I like the energy and the fun that you bring, because I'm pretty boring. So without you bringing some kind of energy and excitement into my life, I probably would be pretty
I'm
bored.
sorry, he sings sometimes and dances too.
Yeah, well, whose influence is that? But when you are incessantly singing and really poorly, that can be annoying.
I can sing.
You can. No, you can. You have the ability to sing, but the problem is, like, when you're just singing off the cuff and maybe you have your headphones in, so you're singing out loud and you can't hear how you're singing, and I'm trying to work, and even the best noise cancelling headphones don't always cancel all the noise, you know?
That's a very rare.
It is quite rare.
I'm not that annoying.
No, you're not really. What has been the most annoying thing?
I'm just not an annoying person.
So we also got asked if the way that we divide household tasks has changed with the quarantine, the lockdown, and whether that's produced any conflict.
Honestly, guys, thank you for your prayers, because ain't no conflict in here. So what? No, I'm joking. There is a bit of conflict. When it
comes to household tasks.
No.
Well, that was the question. Household tasks.
Sorry. No.
Let's do household tasks first and conflict second.
It's the same as before, depending on who has work on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, well, that was quick. All right, what about this conflict then?
This man right here, right? He keeps saying, Naomi, why are you speaking like that? You're angry. I'm like, Jack, I ain't angry. This is my normal voice. It sometimes goes up, it sometimes goes down, but I ain't angry.
I guess the difficulty with having like nowhere else to go, is that you see every little bit of the other person. You know, sometimes people sigh. Sometimes, you know, you just are a bit quiet, or sometimes you're a bit loud, or sometimes your mind's on something and your body's on something else. And like, if you had more than one room to go to, you might not notice this. Or like, you know, if you go out to work for the day and then come back, there's all these things that you've missed. But like, when we're within like 3 meters of each other 24/7, you notice every little thing. Maybe I'm more concerned about the little things than I need to be.
Well, to be fair, I only brought this up because it happened today, but it doesn't happen very often. But I also think, because me, as you can obviously tell, I wear my emotions on a canvas, on my clothes, on my accent, on my eyes. So like, if I'm super excited like I am now, obviously you guys know, and then there might be times where I'm just dead quiet. Like, it's scary how quiet I can be, and it's not because of any problem, I'm just not excitable. But that drastic shift in my energy, I'm really excited. I can tell can lead to you probably questioning stuff, but I'm okay. He's just a cucumber. So guys, we hope you've enjoyed our little chit chat. We're gonna just leave you with 3 tips, because as we say, we are all about personal growth, and we are gonna give you 3 tips that work really well for us in quarantine to hopefully help you have an even better quarantine. So, tip number 1, pretend you don't know your partner. Take time to really notice the nuances, the differences in their behavior. Take time to understand what triggers them. And if you don't know, just ask. It might make the person think about what has caused them to have such a behavior, and it might trigger them to think about what might be the best way for you to respond to help them.
Tip number 2 is find a routine that works for the both of you. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to find the same routine, but during quarantine and potentially even afterwards, finding ways that you can work together, like in your mornings, you know, knowing what times you're getting up, what you're going to do, who's making breakfast, these kind of things. It can help you with decision fatigue, keeping yourself sane.
Yes, I mean, staying in one room, having a routine is so important for us. So for one, I wake up at a different time to him. So those few hours in the morning where I just get time to myself, gold. That might be just something simple that you can do, because sometimes it just gets annoying, okay? You just need some time alone.
When's my time?
That's your own. You need to figure out that one. But me, I figured it out. It's between 5 and 7. Tip number 3. You know what? It's really difficult, but just be vulnerable. Just dip a toe into vulnerability. I always say this in communication, is say things that you think your partner is thinking about you. I don't know how to explain it, but
that's a good way to explain it, for sure.
Does that make sense? So guys, we hope this video was entertaining, informative, and we hope you enjoyed the top tips.
Why don't you let us know down below how you guys have found being quarantined.
Oh, and on your way there, click the like button.
How have you found being in quarantine with your partners?
Sorry for interrupting you.
The Naomi and Jack Show.